Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of MTB. I'm Steve. Thanks for joining me. It's just a couple days before Christmas. Got about actually 1 week exactly till Christmas. Thought I'd just talk just a little bit about cold weather gear. If you're newer to mountain biking, it can seem overwhelming. It can be really expensive as well. So I thought I'd lay out a couple things I wear that I think will help you get on your bike without costing a fortune, because we know our bikes are expensive enough. One thing I will mention as we're starting out here, I'm going to kind of just go with the assumption that you kind of already have some good mountain bike shoes out there. I've got the 510s. They're a little muddy today from yesterday's ride. These are the flat pedal ones, and they're really good. So we've got those, and those are going to be the most expensive thing in your entire kit today. If you've got the mountain biking shoes already, you're way ahead of the game. Super easy. So next thing, just start off with real quick are gloves. These are from Tasco. These are called their Dawn Patrol, or their cool weather gloves. They've got a little bit of a liner in them. Got a nice little pull tab here, and they keep your hands warm. There's just enough of a liner that it cuts down the wind, keeps your hands warm when you're riding. If you do stop for a long time, keep the gloves on. You might get a little cool, but for the most part, as long as you're riding, these are going to keep you really warm. Next thing, so does upper body. This is a Tuluk. It's a no-name brand, and it's actually pretty smart though. So it's a windbreaker that's got a thin propylene liner in it, just a little bit, enough. But as you can see, it's pretty thin. But what's really smart is, you see this mesh here? Well, this is the inside of the pocket. So as you ride and get a little bit warmer, you just unzip your pockets, and it sort of helps venting. So keeps you cooler. Obviously, you can always, kind of draw your zipper down a little bit. But if you want to keep the zipper up because of wind on your chest, but cool off a little bit, you can just unzip the pockets, and that'll help get some air moving there. Next is simply a jersey. I got my good old Wolfman here on here, the Lone Wolf. But it's a simple, regular jersey. It's not an extra heavy jersey. Just kind of helps to keep a layer between this outer layer, a jersey, and then underneath I simply have on this kind of a wicking thermal, but it's the lightest one pretty much I can find. It's made of like a spandex poly wool blend, and it does a really good job of like pulling moisture away, but also keeping you warm. It's about 30 today. It's a little bit of a breeze. It's cool for sure, especially, northern hemisphere. It's winter. I'm in North Carolina. It gets cool here. It was, 25 this morning. It's about 30 right now. It's 9:30-ish in the morning. And so this is all I have. This is it. This keeps me warm, probably down to like 25-ish, 25, 30. I pretty much wore the same thing last Christmas out in Pisgah, and it was about, the day I rode was probably like 22 degrees in the morning. I pretty much had the same thing on, and you will be warm. Next thing is just, you can go out if you want and spend for Race Face or Fox riding pants, and you can go spend that $150 to $200, $250. But I picked these up at Costco, and they're just a stretch jean. These are actually the Buffalo jeans, so I like them. They have roomy pockets, plenty of room, but they got total stretch. So just enough to cut the wind, a little more coverage on your legs, and they do a really good job of sort of just like keeping yourself a little bit warmer, a little bit better in shorts when it's 25 degrees out. And finally, just socks. You can just pick up any kind of wool blend socks. These are actually from Costco also. They're a really good wool blend. I always keep them down a little bit just for a little extra protection, but they're really good socks, keep you warm. And really, that's it. This entire thing, if you're not counting shoes, was probably like maybe $100, like everything. Gloves, pants, jersey, under layer, and the jacket. And I'll link the jacket, the gloves, I'll link whatever I can in the description below this. Hey guys, so interrupting myself, obviously. Thank you guys again for watching. Wanted to give you guys a little bit more of a breakdown and some more options on super budget conscious cold weather kits.
what can keep you warm when you're out. You saw what I had on there. I've got a bunch of stuff right here, and the only thing I don't have here that I had previously was the under the base layer, and that, like I said, I just finished riding. I was reviewing my stuff, and I threw that's in the wash, so sorry about that. So I'm going to go over really fast, and I'm going to leave links in the description below of everything that I can, and that'll probably be everything except for these pair of jeans out, and I'll tell you where they are, but everything else you should be able to find online, and it is 1 week till Christmas. So these are last minute Christmas items. Maybe you want to tell friends and family to get you, or you may want to get for yourself. So, okay, really quick, going to break this down, try and do this in about 3 or 4 minutes, so just bear with me. One, I think we all know, but we need a chamois. So not necessarily a cold weather item, but I just wanted to point out the Troy Lee design ones are excellent, excellent, excellent. They take a beating, they've got really good cushion, it's all the right places. So it's worth it. These are a little bit more than super budget level, but they're really good. If you do want super budget level, go on, again, links, Bayleaf on Amazon. All day long, you can pick these up. I think they're like 10 bucks maybe. So as opposed to like 30, 40, 50 bucks, that's a deal. So moving on quickly. Socks, going right to the socks. Don't go into REI. Do not go onto your favorite YouTuber / mountain bikers, boutique line. Go to Costco or someplace similar. But Costco has these weatherproof wool blend socks. They are phenomenal. They'll keep your feet warm. I was out right after I videoed the first part of this, stepped in a stream, feet were warm, never even worried about it. They're great. They'll keep you warm. Okay, moving on. Oh, and by the way, 4 or 5 pair, I think it is, for like 20 bucks. Done. So if it's super cold, if it's like if it's below 30 degrees, so we're talking 20 degrees and lower, you might want something over a chamois, but under a pair of pants or something we'll get to in a minute. So I've got 2 levels. One is super light. These are called Saturday. They're made in China, I'm sure. They're really good because actually, as thin as they are, they actually keep you pretty warm if it's going to be like Minnesota cold. And you know what I mean if you're from there. Then you want to go up to the next level, which are these, which is the match to the base layer I always wore and you saw before on the top. So that's these develops. Excellent. They're a little bit cold, a little bit thicker, but I'm telling you, it needs to be cold, cold, cold. Like Frosty is looking to put on a coat cold if you're going to wear these under a pair of pants. I'm just saying. Okay, moving on. Jerseys. You might say, well, I want a flannel or something. Don't wear a flannel. Don't wear a flannel when you're riding. Don't wear a flannel. Wear a jersey, something super movable, flexible. Jeff Lenoski, I'm part of his Trail Boss. I'm a patron of his, and he sent out these for free. But anyway, get a jersey that's breathable, something that's, you can see through. It's going to wick moisture away from your body, but it also is going to offer you like another layer over that base layer. These are excellent. There's a company out there right now. Actually, you can find them through Amazon. It has name brand stuff if you like that too. Super, super cheap. And obviously, there's this company called Fly Racing that has these jerseys. And these are a little bit heavier jerseys. They're really, really well made. They take a beating. They look good. And they're like 10 to like 20 bucks. They're excellent. I'll give you the links for that in a minute. Okay, gloves. Talked about this a little bit before. Not necessarily cold weather gloves, but really good gloves. If it's going to be like that 30 to 50 and above mark, these are great. Tasco's, I don't know what they're called. These are just their basic gloves. They're really good gloves. They've got really good grips in them. They're really well made. These have held up a year. These are great. Cold. So my 40 degrees and below. Tasco makes something called the Dawn Patrol. They're for cold weather. This is the most expensive item on the entire list, and in my humble opinion, completely worth it. You don't want cold hands. They've got a great layer inside that's kind of a fuzzy side on the one side, and they're waterish proof on the other side. They'll keep your hands dry. They'll keep your hands warm. They're absolutely worth it, but they're like 35 bucks, the most expensive thing here, actually. I think so. If you want super cheap, Dirt Paws, these are on Amazon only. and I think they're 10 or 12 bucks. They're good. They're not necessarily just cold weather, but they will keep your hands pretty warm, and they've got a little extra extended protection on the outsides too, so a good investment. Okay, pants. I mentioned I got these at Costco. Find any kind of like stretchy jean pants. Get something, if you know you're specifically going to ride them, like go up a size. So I got 34 32s. I normally wear like a 32 32s. So something's giving you a little bit of extra space. Plus, it's got stretch in it. So excellent. These are like buffaloes. You can find these all day long, almost all the time at Costco has got these, and they're really good. I think maybe they were 20 bucks. Maybe. So I've got 2 or 3 pairs of these, and we started riding with them. It's cold. Finally, I had this on before. This is that outer layer. It's phenomenal. It's not that thick, but it is windproof, and that's the money. So it's got a nice like lining inside, just really thin. The pockets, as I mentioned, are actually vents also, so it will vent. You can see through there. I don't know. I can see you. But anyway, so if you're starting to warm up a little bit, but it's still cold out, you can just unzip your zippers on your pockets, and that'll start to let a little cooler air flow through, and you'll still be warmer. So there you go. Whole kit there. This whole kit with one of each of these items here, less than $100, and you're riding in the cold down to pretty much 10 degrees, maybe even colder depending on your tolerance to cold. But definitely the gloves, the socks, and this are the big money items. Get a hold of those items, and I think you'll be good. Thank you guys for watching. Back to me saying goodbye. See you.
Thank you guys so much. Enjoyed having you guys around for 2020 and keeping it interesting and sane here. Be safe. 2021's just around the corner. It's going to be better. I'll see you guys in 2021. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.